How we doing, guys? Hope we're all good. Sorry I've been a bit quiet, been sorting things out, man, but I've got today for you is some great news. Those of you who missed out on the E3 and the videos that were coming out with the new games and stuff, great stuff for Valhalla, some great stuff coming out. They got 2 swords you can have single-handed, which is something I've been really wanting in the game, so I can't wait for that to drop. No confirmation when that is yet, but it is coming. So yeah, I'm loving the DLC. I haven't completed it yet as I play loads of games, but this is by far a really good DLC. But there is a few things that snag my fishing line, and it's not fish. So I'll tell you one thing what it was. One was the photo mode, but take a look at this. Take a look at this. Right. Right, so we're here. Right. Go in photo mode. Right. Now you're all aware of what used to happen with the photo mode if you've used it before. Right, we go into edit mode. And we can now go down the actual list without it disappearing and messing up. So they have now fixed the photo mode, which I'm so happy about, really, because for those of you who just started the game or you've not been playing it much because you wanted the photo mode, it is now back. So we have got that back, which means you can make some really cool little photos, and it all helps if you're creating content. It's just what we want. Got all the frames to use again. You could access those anyway, but more so this little box here, we've now got the access with this, the exposure, the contrast, temperature, the tint, etc. And as I love my photography, I've got a nice little setting for you guys. So let's just cancel this a minute. Right, so we're going to stand here. Okay. See that nice little rainbow there? Everyone's been taking photos about rainbow in yet, using that as a really good subject. It's really good, but we're not going to use that for this one. We're going to use... I get my horse. There we go. And we're going to get a nice... There we go. Right. So this is really good, really. I mean, you want to try and have it, I reckon, about there. See what I mean about the photo I'm really good with. So you want to use your rule of thirds. That's one thing that we always say in photography. And I'm going to go with this. I don't know if the tree really helps. We can do that. We could go out a bit, but we're not going to go too out. We're going to go to about there. And we're going to move it to there. That is a really good photograph. Now, to make it even more good, we're going to go into here. Right. Depth of field. For those of you who don't know what depth of field is, basically, if we have no depth of field on, it's going to be crystal clear. If we have loads of depth of field on, it should focus on certain things. See, it's just blurs stuff out. So if we was to go back to here, and we want to just focus on the horse, yeah, we go back to depth of field. That means everything else will be blurred. So that's really good. So if we go back to where we were, we want it to be about... Right, we'll get this back right, just about there, and There we go. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that shot. Right. So, depth of field, we want all that way down. We want it to be crystal clear. Right? Exposure. This is to do with how much light you let in to the actual picture. So that's too dark, too light. You want to try and get it quite good. So I would say 45, 40. Okay, that gives you a nice feel. And you got a few bit of shadows there. You got a bit of light coming in. It's dark. Yeah, it's quite dark on the horse, but it's not to worry. Not to worry. Because the contrast, we can drop that a little bit to 20 and drop that a bit. I'd say about 30 on the contrast. Temperature, you can go cool. That's quite good. Or if you want to make it look a bit more like a sunset type of style, you can go all the way up to give you that sepia type of feel. I would say go for gives it quite a cool look. So it depends what kind of what you want to go for. We're going to go for 45. So that gives it nice and in between. So you see it's got like that little, you see where my circle is. You see the water now, it's gone a bit of like a green, more of a green. So we've got tint here as well, so we can change that. We can give it purple into it. So if you're familiar with like blue hour and stuff like that, if you're a photographer, you can try and do things. Then you got green. You want to try and get it in between if you can, get a nice feel. I'm going to go for 46. I think that looks quite nice. Saturation, we all know what saturation is. You can make it really, really weird and vibrant, or you can have it washed out, black and white, you know. We want it to be about 60, so it's just popping them colours. Noise, if you want to make it like an really old photograph, whack loads of noise in, and then just put loads of temperature up, make it like a sepia kind of photograph. But we don't want that. We want to keep that lower. So let's put that back at 46, and we'll take that noise off. Vignetting. If you don't know what vignetting is, it's basically you kind of like darkening the edges, so it draws you into the centre of the photo. We don't really need that with this photograph, to be honest. Bloom. If you don't know what bloom is, then you're pretty much stuck really, because bloom basically it just gives it that extra little bit of a light in places. See if you just look at Evil at the moment on his horse, yeah, and just look at, I'll go down where it's pitch black, right, and I'll take it up a bit. It kind of gives it that little bit. So we're going to put that on about 35, so you can see the horse a little bit more. If you have it down, it's too clear. So we can have it, yeah, we're going to have it on about, I reckon, do you know what, we'll go for 30, guys. We'll go for 30. That's a nice. We need fog, which is really good. Let's say there's something there you don't want them to see. So fog's really good. I don't really want to have a lot of fog on this, but we're going to put a little bit of fog out in the distance. So I would say about 5. There we go. And that is your photograph. And you don't have to use fog, but these are mine. So 0 for depth of field, 40 on exposure, contrast 30, temperature 46, tint 46, saturation 60, noise 0, vignetting 0, bloom 30 or lower, whichever you choose, fog up to you if you want to use it or not. And that is all we have. Not using frames, that is it. We preview that. That is what you get, all of that. Frames, I don't want that frame, we can take that off. You can use like some little logos, like if you want. You can use a nice little frame borders. You know, they don't really appeal to me much. I'm more about the photograph. So that's that. So that is your photograph. We'll take that photograph. There we go. So that is that, guys. Photo mode is back. I hope you can all enjoy it and you can make the most of that. Going through your story, taking various pictures. Also, if you're in fights, you can hit out the camera and take pictures in fights as well. I have not yet done that really because I've been just playing other games and doing other things. But photo mode's back. That's the main thing I wanted to address to you today, so you can. So as everyone that may have missed that in the patch notes because it wasn't really highlighted very well, I just said it addressed photo camera mode. But yeah, it works now, guys. So go ahead, enjoy it. Any questions, pop them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. And yeah, we'll move on to the next little part of the video. Right. So as you all know, some great scenes in here on Island. But one of my favourite places where I like to go is down here. And I'll show you why. I'll show you why. I think it's a really lovely place, to be honest. There's some really good places in Ireland, and I'm going to try and discover some more for you for the next one. But I've got to show you this place. So save me cutting all my video up. I just thought I'd do it in one big go, guys. So I do apologise if there's a bit of delay. But I hope everyone's all good, man. And don't forget to jump to my streams on a Monday, 4 o'clock UK time, as we do some more Valhalla. So yeah, we've got loads to come, guys. Loads to come. Can't wait. One-handed swords. I can't wait to get them and use them. So if you did miss out on the E3 and updates and what's to come, there is loads to come. Too much for me to say pretty much, but I'll put a link below so you can check it out. All the updates if you missed it out. So it's really good for getting your ammo, these little areas. And if you ever get stuck, go to these trade points and you can get your ammo. If you ever get stuck for ammo, just go there. Really good tip, that. And not only here, you can go in here. And on the button you can practice if you want. I thought you could anyway. I thought that was a good. I thought you could. I thought that was the general impression, but you can't. So I do apologise. That's a shame. Also, we've got. I think there's a pigeon box somewhere. There we go, over there. Pigeons. Now these give you missions to give you supplies. So if you are new to this, interact. Here we go. So here we go. You get all these. And if you actually do everything without all that is needed, you'll get the top. You'll get all of those rewards. If you can't, you'll get half of them. So there you go. And all these help, so as when you go back to Dublin you can actually get your stuff off. Oh, what was the girl called? I can't think of her name now. Let me just check. I do apologise. Oh, it's a strange name. Azar, there you go. That's where you have to go. If you go to Azar, and they'll help you out there. I've got a few more to do yet on here because I've not been playing it much. I've been playing other games as well. But yeah, so this place that I've got in mind where I'm taking you to, as you can just see it over there, is where that waterfall is. Now I really like it. I think it's a brilliant place. So let's go there. And I'm going to take a nice photograph. I'm going to show you how to take a photograph of a waterfall on Valhalla. If any of you got any nice areas in Valhalla, then do let me know where it kind of is nearby. This one, if you put so yeah, it's just at the bottom of the map, in the middle. So there we are, just where that gear is. So that's what we're going to pick up as well. But this is a great location. I really do like it. It's one of the best locations, I think. It's so scenic and brilliant. So what we're going to do is photo modes here. We're going to go here. So we've got the two. So we've got the rocks in between. Got a bit of grass here. We got that there. So that gives you. We want a nice tree in the background. There we go. So that's all nice and straight. Okay. Depth of field all that way down. Exposure. Probably going to go. I'm just going to try it out and see what we get on here. I'm going to say 55. Temperature 25. You can see it's starting to look pretty good now, yeah? Just trying to see what. So I'm going to put, seeing what we got with Bloom here. I might put this on 50. Don't know. Hang on a minute. Just having to think. I think if we're better off going for, I think we're better off going for 30 again. Because we put fog in it. I'm not a big fan of fog on this. Put the vignette in. Just a slight touch of vignette, I think. We'll go 3. Don't want noise. Saturation. And we're going to go 60. But have you noticed one thing here, guys? If you look over here, just look how you can see the outline of that shape that's there. That is bad. So what we need to do so you could put a bit of fog there if you wanted to get like make it really cool and mystic, which is really nice. But we're not going to go for that look. I don't like the way that line is there, so you probably have to use some extra editing to get that line out, which you could probably use if you've got Lightroom or GIMP or something like that. I'm sure you could just smooth it over a little bit, like, or a smudge effect, just to get that line out of there, because that does look really horrendous in a photograph. But you could move it, but then you lose the tree, so you don't want to do that. So I would use another way of editing over top of this. Think with exposure, yeah, we want to keep it quite dark. So if we take it to, if we go all the way down, it's too dark. We go to 25, still too dark. We go to 30, it starts to look a bit nice. So I'd say 35. 35 is a good round number. And that looks really nice. So if we preview that, that's what we're going to get, which is really nice. I think it brings out quite a lot in the waterfall. And like I say, you just got to clean up a few little things. If you got another video editor, you got a little bit of shadow on this left hand side, which is not really what I wanted, but you know, it just shows a little bit that the sunlight's one side and you got a bit of dark the other side. But it is a good photograph. That's as much as you can do with what we've got on this. It'd be good if they could add a few more features maybe, but I would try another editor as well, just to brush it up a bit. If you can bring these shadows up on the left here, that'd be great, but you don't want to lose the pond colour. That looks really good. But yeah, we'll go with that. We'll take that photograph. That's really cool. And that is it, man. So that's the photo mode. That is the photo mode completely done. This is one area I would say really good for getting a photograph, testing your skills. So I'm happy with that. Also, if we have a look up here, I want to show you something as well that I noticed quite a few times, and I wanted to know whether this update would have changed anything. So we're going to have a look up here now. So I've got to show you something. Right, so take a look at this map. Right, this is where the barrier is, right, along here. So you can't go past past here. There's also a barrier here that goes across. But just look how far you can go to see how much you're missing out on this map. Okay, so I'm not out the area, I'm just inside it. Right? Just look where I am. You see my problem now, guys. If you look where I am and look where that barrier is situated, yeah. Now look where I am. I'm not there. I'm not nowhere. So if I go right up to this barrier, where is it? There. So that barrier goes all the way along here. It doesn't go to there. So what you're getting in this game, you're losing. You're not even getting most of this map for your money. In fact, you're getting a lot less, because it is basically coming all the way across here and cutting out all of that, and it does it all up this side as well. So you're not getting the full area that what you're supposed to be given. And I find that a bit naughty, because you pay money for a DLC, you expect to get the most of what you can. And there might not be nothing up here, but it's besides the point. You've paid for a map at a certain size and you're missing out quite a bit here. Do you know what I mean? And that annoys me a little bit, because like when I pay for a map, even though I might not come up to the edges of the map, you know, it's still quite a bit that you're going to lose. You know, it's what we're talking of about, what, from there all the way to here, to here, where that line is. So if you say, right, it's basically where that tree is there. So where that mark is there, you're missing out. That's quite a lot of map, to be honest. And that goes all the way across, guys. Look. Should be up there, look, see. I can't get through there, I can't do nothing. See? It goes all the way along here. All the way along here. Look, not even supposed to be here, but they've put stuff here. So, and I can't even, do you know what I mean? So if we're not supposed to be here, why have they put stuff there? There was one part where I saw some stuff behind the actual wall that you could collect and you couldn't get it. So yeah, it is pretty crazy, guys. I'm not going to lie. If we just look at, if you look, now I've come up with a line across my screen. And you can see the problems that we have with this game now. Why have I got a line across my screen? Is it because I'm in that area? If I move out of here, does it change? Right, so if I go out of here, it's fine. But if you go in here, it showed up on my map then. Now it's gone. Very strange. So it's nothing. Oh, it was very odd. So yeah, if you experience this and you think this bothers you, let me know in the comments. If it doesn't, then fine, that's up to you. But for me, I've been playing games for over 25 years, and for me to be missing out a little bit of my map, that's still part of the DLC that I think we should have. So I just wanted to make you all aware of that, so you can have an idea of what you think, if that's correct or not. I mean, look at what we're missing out on. You know, as you can see, it's just like a nice little, another little pond out there that we've missed. You know, we're not even, I mean, it is a bit more realistic here, but it's quite far out here. And this is bad. For a game to have that, I think you should have the full map. So there we go, guys. I just wanted to let you know that it was just a short video, really. I hope everyone enjoys Valhalla. If you have finished it, I hope you can go and check out some locations and enjoy that photo mode. And also we've got the trials that have been added. I haven't got used to them yet, but hopefully I will try and have a go at those at some point. That's it from me, guys. Don't forget to check out below the link to check out on the updates if you haven't. Don't forget, check out my Twitter, which is Silad streams. I've got my Twitch, which is Silad, and you've got my other stuff as well. I'll put the links below so you can check it all out, and follow me on those if you're not already, and don't forget to hit that sub. Most importantly, hit that sub, and when you get a new video from me, it will come up. Thanks everybody for watching, and all the best. See you soon.